So recently I talked about my tech setup when I am virtually facilitating, and I talked a little bit about a really cool piece of hardware/software called Stream Deck. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the 6 keys that Stream Deck can give you for free on your mobile device to build your digital co-facilitator for your next Zoom meeting. So if you follow this video, you are going to be able to build a couple of things that'll really help you stay present, stay available, and be flexible in your next Zoom meeting. And you'll feel like a tech wizard at the end of this. So come with me as we build on our Stream Deck Mobile. Okay, the first thing you need to do is download Stream Deck Mobile on your computer and install it on your phone. And once you do that, you'll be ready to follow the rest of this video. Okay, we're gonna hop over to the computer and build on our Stream Deck. Okay, so we have got a couple of things open on our computer. I've got the Stream Deck configure panel open so that we can build some things. And I have the Zoom settings open. So if you don't know, Zoom has a bunch of keyboard shortcuts, and any keyboard shortcut that you want can be programmed into your Stream Deck, which is awesome and makes our life so much easier. So that's what I'm going to show you how to build. I'm going to show you how to use some of those keyboard shortcuts to make your life easier in Zoom, and what to do with all of these blank keys. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I want to do is I want to be able to toggle my camera on and off in Zoom, okay? So this feature called a hotkey is the same thing as a keyboard shortcut, right? We are activating a key command on the computer. So I'm gonna drag hotkey over here. You can drag it anywhere in these 6 buttons, and I'm gonna call this cam. I want that. There we go. I'm gonna call that cam. And then I'm gonna go over here to my my Zoom settings, and I'm just gonna find what that keyboard shortcut is. So start and stop video is Shift Command V. Okay, so hopping back to Stream Deck, where it says hotkey, I'm gonna click, and then I'm gonna hit Shift Command V. And now that's programmed in as the start and stop our video. So let's make sure that that worked. Let's go over to Zoom and hit the button. We did it. We are magicians now. Okay, all right, so that worked, amazing. Let's hop back over and do that a few more times. So let's program a hotkey for mute. Oh, I want it capital, here we go, mute. So mute, unmute my audio, Shift Command A, same thing. Right, I'm gonna do another one that's mute all, because there's a hotkey for that, which is really cool, because there isn't a button in Zoom. One of the cool things is sometimes with keyboard shortcuts, there's actually buttons to do things that are like buried in different menus. So awesome, we can kind of skip all of those menus and go straight to it. So mute audio for everyone except the host. If you're on a PC, some of these features might have different keyboard shortcuts, but if you just open the settings and look for the one that you want, you'll know what it is on your computer. So what did I say it was on this one? Control Command M. All right, let's see if it looks the same here. Control Command M. Okay, amazing. I also really like a hotkey for the chat. So let's find that in our list. Shift Command H. Okay. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a timer. So you can usually find it in these kind of drop-down menus, but you can also search in the Stream Deck app. So I'm just gonna type in timer. Cool. And I'm gonna drag the timer feature. Now, it always is in seconds, which is a little funny. And I know that 5 minutes is 300 seconds. So 5-minute timer is now on my Stream Deck. Okay, so what's interesting about Stream Deck Mobile is they give you only 6 buttons, but you can turn one of those buttons into a folder, which gives you more buttons. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna turn one of them into a folder, and we're gonna put all of the text that we might wanna send in our next workshop in that folder. Okay, so Again, I'm gonna use the search feature because I know there's one called folder, and I'm gonna drag that in. Okay, so now I'm inside the folder and I want to use text. So I could program in a bunch of text. I'm gonna do pair and share, maybe the instructions for my next pair and share, like decide who's going first, set a 60-second timer, at the end of 60 seconds, switch. Maybe I want all of those instructions ready to go in the chat. And I want to go ahead and press enter after a message means that like once I type that in, once the button types that in, essentially, it'll hit enter. And if I want to kind of see the text in the chat before I hit send, then I would leave that unchecked. I always like to make sure I have the kind of toggle the chat feature on the screen with my text. So I'm going to go back here and you can actually just copy like Command C and then Command V. So now I have that text. Now we could, I'm sorry, I have that same button available here. So we could program even more text into these squares. And we could also program different keyboard shortcuts, right? Maybe you're like, my camera is always on when I'm in a Zoom meeting, so I don't need to toggle that one on and off. But I like to be able to switch between, I like to be able to switch between the gallery view and the speaker view. So you could assign a hotkey for that. Anything that is in the settings here and the keyboard shortcuts, you can program into being a hotkey. Exactly the same way we did for all of these. Okay, so now we're gonna check our work. We're gonna see if it all checks out. So we're gonna come over to Zoom and we'll try all the buttons. So camera, mute. Mute all isn't gonna work right now because we're in the Zoom alone, the saddest Zoom. But we can try all the other ones. So chat, amazing. And these were some messages that I had sent in a previous video. So now I'm just gonna try out the message that we hit. So here's pair and share. Boom. Don't you feel like magic? Don't you feel like a magician over there? Oh, and then I want to show you what our 5-minute timer does. When we hit that one, it actually just starts a 5-minute timer right on the Stream Deck. And I really love it just to be able to like glance at it when I am in a Zoom meeting and I tell people 5 minutes, in the breakout rooms. And that way I can have the timer kind of available to me at all times. So that is Stream Deck Mobile. You are now a Zoom wizard. You are ready to go for your next meeting. You can now impress all of your co-facilitators and your co-workers with how quickly you do things and how easily you are able to like move through the different parts of your workshops and your trainings. If there are questions you have about Stream Deck, feel free to leave them below. If you want to learn even more tips, tricks, and big foundational understandings of facilitation with me, subscribe to the channel. If you made it this far in the video, hit the like button. There's a ton of more things to explore on this channel. We talk about facilitation, both virtual and in person, and all the different elements of it, how to run great workshops, how to keep people engaged. We run live trainings that you can join, and I hope you'll explore a little more past this wondrous little piece of technology called Stream Deck. Okay, leave us questions in the chat or in the comments, you know where to put them, and I'll catch you in the next video.